live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello, hello, hello.
I am Jarrett, the football genius Burgess.
And I am Stephanie Fitzpatrick, aka the Advantage Coach.
And this is episode 133 of the Field to the Real podcast.
Yes.
And we have a new topic for the Who's Really Right, because we very rarely talk about mixed martial arts on this show.
So anybody who knows this is Jarrett's lane, not mine.
And so for those of you who don't watch the mixed martial arts, check this one out this weekend. This actually is going to be a really good fight. Now what happened is, or what's going to happen is, Khamzet Chimaev is going to be fighting Lee Jingliang. Jingliang.
I'm just waiting.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. So Lee, if you're out there and you hear this,
it's just fun.
It's just we're not making fun of you.
No.
There is a movie by the name of Life that the late great Bernie Mac was in. And when we saw the spelling of your name, it looked very similar. So I just couldn't help it.
Yes.
But Khamzet is fighting Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And so Khamzet was out, or should I say Chimaev was out with COVID. So he hasn't fought in over a year. So this will be his first fight in over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he is unbeaten.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And so our Who's Really Right is, will he be able to remain unbeaten mm-hmm. after this year off and fighting someone who looks like he's next up?
Yeah.
Looks like he's next up. So this is a worthy opponent that he'll be fighting.
Absolutely. Yeah, this ain't no easy one.
Yeah, this won't be an easy win. And to that point, Chimaev has been knocking folks out in the first round, and that's what he's known for.
Right.
So with this Who's Really Right step,
yep.
Do you believe that he will continue his dominance and his unbeaten streak? Or do you think that with this long layoff, he's going to fall on Saturday?
You know, I'm the life coach, so I never want to speak derogatory about things.
Mm-hmm.
However, I feel like this is probably going to be a very humbling moment for him. Okay. Not only, like you said, had he suffered from COVID, and I think it was rather serious. Like, it wasn't, how some of these athletes get it and they back in 10 days and they right back to, he's been out for a year. So that speaks volumes about how COVID affected him, right?
Right.
And so there's the illness and then there's the time. I think these are two factors that are going to probably, and that may be why he took so much time. He could have been ill and then, took enough time to really feel like he was back to, fighting shape or whatever. But I feel like the two things together, whether one is the reason for the other or not, are going to be difficult for him to overcome. And certainly not, even if he won, I just don't believe. Now, I'm not that's not my lane. Mm-hmm. I don't know a lot about the fighting and according to you, they have fighting styles.
Mhm.
And so I don't know if it's his fighting style that has afforded him to knock people out in the first round.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the other thing that this time off has done is given people an opportunity to study him, even if he has a fighting style that will give them at least an even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the field is even, if your fighting style is not an advantage, and you've suffered COVID in a more serious way, and then there's this time lapse, I just don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't say your name, but I'm sorry, Chimaev. Him.
Mm-hmm.
Chimaev, I'm sorry, boo, but this might be the one knockout. Well, no, I ain't gonna call it knockout. This might be the one time you don't win. Yeah. This is a tough road to go right here.
No, it really is.
Yeah.
When it comes to fighting styles, and I haven't really looked up much about Lee, which I probably should have. But Chimaev has a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And he's a wrestler, jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a pretty good striker. I think he's able to knock people out so quickly or tap people out so quickly because with jiu-jitsu, getting on the ground and doing groundwork and bringing someone into submission is kind of what they do.
Right.
And so I do understand about him having that long layoff. Completely understand that. But I'll speak about this in a second, but we've seen other fighters have long layoffs, i.e. John Bones Jones, and come back and look spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with him understanding himself, he may have stayed out longer because he wanted to make sure that he was back and he was 100%.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
when John Jones was out, he was out for something totally different, and it was not COVID. And so we don't understand the effects of COVID on this scale and on this magnitude. And so, I think he'll remain unbeaten. I really think he will. Looking at some of his knockouts, and he's 9-0. Lee, Jingliang.
I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead.
18-6, I believe. And so he doesn't have as many fights under his belt in the UFC, but I think he has even more professional fights that don't count towards his ranking or his record, with the UFC. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing this. I may have to catch it on replay because unfortunately I'm just not going to buy any of these fights on pay-per-view. But I am looking forward to seeing this fight. I want to see if he does continue his dominance, like I think he will.
Okay. I'm curious to see the results. You know how I feel about the violence.
Oh yeah.
Football is enough violence for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm good. So I'll just wait to get the results.
To see the results. You're not gonna look at the knockout if it's a knockout.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to see none of that. Just,
I'm gonna see.
Yeah, I have the few times I've actually attempted to try to watch MMA. I'm literally so wound up and uptight from flinching and just watch. It's okay. It's just not worth my. Yeah, let me keep my blood pressure down.
No, I'm with you. It certainly doesn't feel good to get punched in the face. But I would like to get back in. Not back into it, but I would like to get into training.
The training part is great.
Maybe not fight
part
professionally.
I would do.
But I would certainly want to spar with someone who is fighting professionally.
No, I'm good. Just let me do the training part.
Yeah. Now the training is good though. Like I watch
the training. Let me just do that part. I don't. No, thank you. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, no, because I know the women who do mixed martial arts, and, you know, are in that world are cut.
Yeah.
Like nobody's business. Like that's what I need, y'all. That's why I'm so close to y'all today, by the way. So y'all don't see my tire around that is currently showing if I back up. So yeah, like no, I need that.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get back to it. Don't worry, I'll get back to it. But yeah, but well, we'll see. I mean, this is one of those who's really right that we can immediately get.
We'll immediately get the results, and as a matter of fact, we're gonna have to find a way to post it and be like, all right, nah, this is who was really right.
Yes, yes, yeah. I will. Let's do that for sure.
Let us know who you agree.
Y'all let us know who you think. Yeah.
If you think
when does this fight take place?
Saturday night. So
y'all got Friday. Listen, it's come out Friday. We need y'all to be letting us know via IG, Twitter, on our YouTube, somewhere, Facebook. I don't care. Like somewhere, let us know who you think got is he gonna win
or is it gonna be an upset?
I'm gonna call him Jingliang. Yeah, him. Jingliang. Jingliang gonna win. So yes.
Oh Lord. All right.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.